Hello, now I'm going to show you some important commands that will be very useful in creating complex geometries. So first of all, I'm going to show you the trim command. So for that I am sketching a rectangle and a circle over it. So now as you move on to the trim entities command, so there are two options. I'm selecting the first option, trim entities. So now you can see if I click the left button of the mouse and move over the entity will be deleted, and you can see one more time. So this is about the trim entity. So now I'm moving for the extend entity command. So for that I am creating two lines. So now you can see extend entity command. So you can see the preview as you put on the mouse over the entity. So you will find that this is the preview which is being generated in the orange color. So basically this will extend the entity to the other entity if the intersection is possible. So this is about the trim entity command, that is the two options. So now I am moving to the offset command. So in this offset command you will find the dimension first of all for the offset, and you can change the dimension over here, and you will have one more option for reversing the direction of the offset. So you can insert the offset in the other direction also if you want. So you can change the direction, and if you want the bidirectional, so you can go for the bidirectional option, that is it will be offsetted to both inward and outward. So this is about the offset command. So now I am moving to the mirror command. So for that I am drawing a line, as you need some line or some entity for mirroring the entity. So for mirror entity command I am selecting this entity to be mirrored. So let's say mirror. So now I have selected already the entities to be mirrored, and this is showing the entities to be mirrored, and over here you have a copy option. So this option will make a copy as it is checked. So it will generate a copy over here about this line. If I will select this line, so this is the line about which I want to mirror the entity. So if I uncheck this copy command, it will just shift this entity to other side of the command, but it will not retain this entity over here. So this is the difference if I uncheck the copy. So for mirroring, let's say OK. So you can see the entity is being mirrored about this line. So this is the preview. So now I am going to make use of the linear pattern. So I have selected this, so linear sketch pattern, and in this you will find the dimensions. For dimensions, let's say I am making it as 0.09 meters, and the number of entities as 4. So you can see the entities have been patterned in x direction, and the angle, this is the angle with the x-axis of the direction 1. So you can see if I change the angle, the difference is this, that is the center points of the rectangle will lie on this line, and Now if I want in the second direction, that is the pattern in the second direction, I can change the number from 1 to 2, 3. So let's say this dimension as 0.06. so now you can see, let's say it's 0.07 for clear view. So now you can see the difference. This has been patterned in y direction also, that is this angle, this direction 2. So if you change the angle, this angle, so you will find difference. So as in the x direction 1 also, so if I change the angle, it will change the inclination of the center points. So this is about the pattern command. So let's say OK. Now I am deleting this for the circular pattern. So let's say this, I am going to use the circular sketch pattern. So in the circular sketch pattern, you can increase or decrease. First of all, you have to select the entity to be pattern, and then you can increase or decrease the angle at which this can be placed. So this is basically the angle between the circle and the entity to be pattern. So as you can see, as I am increasing the angle, the radius is also increasing, or the circle is shifting. So this is basically the difference, and you can increase the number of patterns from here. So right now the radius is 0.04. You can increase the radius also by increasing this. So these in angle and the radius and the center points are dependent on each other. So sometimes it happens that this will not change, so no need to worry about that. So this will be correlated to each other. So this is about the circular pattern. So I am deleting it. So now you can see we are having move entities command. So in that we are having first move entity. So in this you can move the entity to some other extent, to some other point. So let's say point 0.09, and let's say it is 0.05. So now you can see the entity is being moved over here. So this is about the move entity command. So now the next is the copy entity command in this. So you just select the entity to be copied. So now you can see it is similar to the pattern command, but in this we can copy only one. We can only copy the entity once. So this is the limitation of this command. So if you want number of entities to be pattern, so we will go for pattern command. So this I am giving it as 0.09, and this one as 0.06. So now you can see that the copy is being generated. So I am deleting this. So now we have the third option over here, that is the rotate entity. So if you want to rotate the entity about some point, so you can do that. So let's say I want to rotate about this point. So you can give angle over here, and you will see the entity is rotating as I increase the angle. So this is the rotating command that we can use sometimes. So the next option I am going to show is the scale entity. In the scale entities, you have to select some point about which the entities is to be scaled. So I am selecting a point as this one, and over here you have a number of you have the scale, that is you can increase the scale or decrease the scale, you can give any scale, and there is one more option, that is the copy command. So if you want to copy the entities, and that is the scale entity will be copied and again the scale is given, so new copy of that will be generated according to the scale. So this will generate the number of copies, and this is about the scale command. So thanks for watching this video. Do like this video, please subscribe the channel. Thanks.